Hello, everyone. Welcome to Connections for Life. I'm Ted Pete.
I'm Mr. Kuvo.
Can you take your name badge off, man?
No, it's a pretty important day. Sorry, I'm going to take off my shoes like Mr. Rogers and get my sweater.
I'm Joe Sweat. I need a sweater. It's so cold in here.
It came
So
up
let's
80 degrees, guys, right? And Chad comes downstairs this morning in a winter jacket and a long sleeve button down. And I'm like, Chad, you know it's warm out, right? And he's like, it's the only thing I had. The setups go on it. So
It was a raincoat. It was a raincoat, man.
It was a parka.
It was very humid.
You had your Upsco triple fat goose on.
I wish I had an Upsco Canadian goose. It would be amazing.
That's
Anyways,
great. So
I'm Joe Surratt, by the way.
We are broadcasting live and on location from our various hotel rooms around the country. So, Joe, why don't you start? Where are you?
Nolans. I think I said it right. Nolans. No, I don't even know what that is.
Sandwich.
I haven't had anything since I've been down here. I ate some weird omelet this morning, which was kind of weird and gross, but no, it's cool. It's hot down here. I got here yesterday. Like, the airport was insane. I got off the plane at I don't know, it was probably like 6:00, and there was I'm guessing 400 people in the taxi line. It was like being in Vegas. I couldn't believe it. I don't know what everybody's here for, but there's just
Bourbon
pods
Street.
of people. There's just pods of people walking around. No, I think there's a whole bunch of conferences going on. Like, you see people with the badges on, like you, but I don't know what they're for. I'm here for AP. Yeah, I'm here for APGA conference with Mr. Stuart Salters, and I was supposed to be with Rob Darden, but he's not feeling well, so he kind of bailed on us, which probably makes sense. He's getting some medical attention, so hopefully he's feeling better. He's got a little bit of he had COVID, so he's got a little leftover some COVID junk he's dealing with.
I think you're breaking HIPAA laws. I think you're breaking a HIPAA law.
Am I? Sorry.
Are you still in that chair, Chad?
What did you say?
Yeah.
Are you still in the chair?
Are you still in that chair?
Well, because
So anyway,
I'm amazed that the thing works without me hitting got it, because I haven't hit got it yet on my phone, and it's still apparently recording.
I wonder if it's going to eventually log you out.
That would be hilarious.
I don't know.
And bad at the same time.
Oh, you're on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, his computer doesn't have a microphone.
My amazing
iPad.
rocket of a computer. Yeah, it's dead. I didn't prepare well.
Wow,
Can't have it all.
The only thing you had to do was plug in your iPad.
Not this week. I got a lot going on this week.
What do you got going on, Chad? Where are you?
For me is three things. I'm in the exact opposite room of you. Teddy and I are in Morgantown, West Virginia for Appalachian Underground Corrosion Short Course. Really not surprised, but really happy to see how many people are here. There's got to be over 1,000 people at least here.
We have the report I heard was we had 900 attendees and 130 vendors.
The vendors, Joe, it's probably 30 or 40% more vendors than have ever been here before.
How's the attendance though?
900.
A lot. I mean, pre-COVID was total was 1,200. So they're a little bit under there, but 100 people they think under it, but it's darn good.
Well, it's a good show. I mean, you get a lot of the classes are really good. I got a bunch of messages from people today going, "Are you at AP?" Whatever it's called.
AU CSC.
AU.
Yeah, I know. They ask us too. They ask us, and I think they don't believe us. I don't know. You're behind the table or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why didn't you guys bring Joe?
Got it.
Where's Joe?
I'm gonna pop out. I should pop out of a big cake.
Who did you say? Who did you say texted you, Joe? Somebody texted you and said,
Landis.
"Where are you?" Oh,
Chris Landis. He said, "I'm at your table. Where are you?" I was like, "No."
He's next to us. He's next to us. It's not like he went out of his way to look for you.
Yeah.
Did you see? Yeah. So
he did say he'd come on the show too. He did say he'd come on the show.
Oh, what's he doing right now? Get him on. He's staying at the Candlewood.
No, that's just the cool crowd gets to stay at the Candlewood. No.
Well, I'm not there. No, it's probably. I mean, aside from the COVID years, I've been at almost every single one the past several years. So yeah, it's a little different for me. But you guys are there, and Danny's there, and Adam's there. So I think
we also
Jen came, right?
Yes. But we
there.
also
So,
have
I mean,
wonderful Mr. Mike Talent with us as well.
the mic's there, right? So, I mean, you guys have
Teddy's
enough
pop-up.
representation.
That's my pop. That's my pop.
He's gonna end up ruining you before the end of the week, just so you know.
Listen, I might go the other way around.
No, you give yourself way too much credit, my friend.
Listen, I got him going real good now.
He is
That guy
really
put
good
you in a-
sustainability. He's got
Yeah.
sustainability. He's been around a
Yeah,
long
trust me.
time. So
Yeah,
last night, Joe, he went to dinner with us, and he turned 80 like 6 months ago or whatever. So he's like,
Wow.
you didn't
Is
say
he
happy
really
birthday.
80?
So yeah. So I was like, you told me you were 72 for the last 7 years. How was I supposed to know
I
you were
didn't know
actually
you
80? Like,
Yeah,
and
wow.
so then, did you order the cake, Teddy?
I did.
Teddy ordered him a cannoli with a happy birthday and told him that he was 100.
So it's his 100th
And the
birthday.
whole restaurant saying
The whole
happy
restaurant
birthday for his
sang to
100th
him.
birthday.
Where'd you guys go?
The place,
Oliveros.
on the river. On
The
Yeah,
Olive
Oliveros.
Garden? Where did you go?
Yeah, the West
You guys bring
Virginia
him a
Olive
happy birthday
Garden.
meatball? Yeah.
Ooh, I like their meatball.
They're
Uh,
good.
I had to make
Anyways.
lunch today.
So let's talk about the show. Like, I mean, what's going on down there? Is it pretty? It's been. I mean, I know you guys are just. This is day
Chad,
one,
what-
technically,
you guys
right?
had- What class did you attend this morning?
We did. Adam was the monitor for fundamentals of coding.
Who taught that?
Essentially, Jeff Ditas, who used to be the president of NACE. He was actually the first speaker of the day, like
Oh,
one
wow.
of the first class. So
Did Adam?
it
Fall
was.
asleep?
No, he did a good job. He always does a good job of that. It's not. You don't have to do much. You just read stuff and then sit back down and collect papers.
That's why Teddy didn't do it.
I'm doing
But
it
it's
at
more.
4 o'clock.
It's more
gotta rehearse.
important. It's the. It's more just giving your time to the school, because they try and have a monitor for every class. And when they started, they needed. It's like, I think there's like 185 or 200 classes here. Like in this week, there's
Wow.
actually like 185. So, when I
Are you guys
registered
taking
us, I
any
think there
classes? Or
was
are you just monitoring?
I was lucky enough that I got on the schedule early and could pick classes that I thought were relevant for them to go to, that they could also
Gotcha.
monitor. So
Gotcha.
last year, in the past, I've never had that opportunity, because usually it doesn't come out the way it did. It kind of came out slow. They were still looking for like 40 monitors yesterday.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, it
Sign
seems really
Danny
cool.
up.
It's nice to see everybody. Yeah, it's nice to see everybody.
Yeah.
We haven't seen
think
people.
that's the coolest part.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
Ashley Scullion in forever, if I really think
Oh
about it.
yeah, tell her I said hi. I haven't seen her in geez, it's probably been
Couple
I don't
years since
remember.
we were
Definitely
at,
2 years.
Yeah,
2.5
at least 2
ago.
years, right? I saw her at one point through COVID. I think I saw her and Bob, but just a lot of people that you haven't seen in a while. Jane's here. I mean, lots of our connections people are here.
Well,
You
I
got
actually-
Jane Brown, CM. Yeah.
CM there?
Kevin Grohl is here. He wasn't on
Oh,
Connections, but I'm going to drag him on eventually.
I asked
Yeah,
her
that's
to meet
awesome.
Heidi Brooks in person for the first time. So she's
Oh,
been
yeah,
on the
Heidi's there?
show. Yeah.
She goes to every show. She's like the
Yeah,
the-
she
the-
Well, we were talking about it. She
show
was like,
circuit
this
junkie.
this is her last one for a while. She's taking a break because there's not much going on in the next couple months, she said.
So till like June 1st then.
yeah, basically.
yeah, right. 2 weeks. I mean,
So-
honestly, especially in the corrosion world, there's so many things. I mean, there's a show like everywhere. If you really wanted to, if you really wanted to go for it, you could be the
that
show
is
every week.
true. And what's kind of funny too is you see people that you haven't, like Beshi. We saw Beshi from Point Integrity, and
Oh yeah,
Like,
tell him I
just-
said hi.
yeah, he already said hi.
People. Yeah.
he already said hi. But they're doing good. It's been
awesome.
really nice. I mean, it's super early into it. We've only had one real
Yeah.
whatever.
Session.
So
You guys got a little thing
It's-
going on tonight too, right?
Well,
We
before
do,
that,
awesome.
I get to monitor my class with Mr. Frank Rampton from Trenton.
I put him outside for the
Frankenstein.
coding outdoor hand on
He gave it out hands on.
and Frank told Teddy he's gonna make him help.
No, Frank goes.
He
Frank,
will.
no, Frank goes like this. He goes, "Hey, you can help me," and I go, "Oh, I can? No, I don't want to."
So here's what's gonna happen.
I'll
You're
end
gonna
up
do
doing
it,
the whole thing,
and he's
And
gonna
Frank's
talk.
gonna talk.
Oh, yeah,
and I'm not doing it. I put my foot down.
We'll see how that goes. Chad, if you could just film that'd be great.
I will.
All right. Anyways,
what
enough
would
of
you
that.
like
We're
to
all
do?
obviously on location. Little different week. As we go back to work, and we have like schedules and stuff, the recording gets more and more difficult, obviously. But we're trying to at least keep some content going. So,
The guests are tougher. The guests are substantially tougher, but hopefully after
Yeah, I
we're gone for
will
these
get
couple
back
weeks,
at it.
yeah.
I mean, no one watches this show anyway. So
We, John Otto from Williams came up today, and and he was like, and Dan and Mike were standing. He's like, oh, once in a while I remember it's on there, and I'll go in and watch, and there's some really cool stuff. You get some good stuff, and I go, thanks, you and the other two people that watch, appreciate it. My 3 views, Lindsay and John Otto, and Callie, and Doug Stafford,
and Cal.
And Callie. We got 4 now.
We have actually, I just
Leroy.
this morning stumbled upon it, and we have actually, I'm gonna ask you guys, how many subscribers on LinkedIn do you think we have, like, on our channel, our page?
986.
I was going to say 944.
You don't even know.
I
actually
looked at it the other day.
Clue.
I looked at it the other day.
It's 958.
Damn it.
Yeah. So
I invited people. Well, the weird part is with LinkedIn on that side, if you think about it at all, like when you have a page like ours, you have their credits, right, Joe? I mean, I know they are because I just did it. I used the 100 that came out the other day. Like, you can only invite 100 people to the page at a clip, and then you got to hope they got it and say yeah. So
yeah, I mean, your hit rate's not like great. I mean,
but that's amazing, guys. I know we've been doing this for 2 years, but our market segment, if you think about it, how many people are there in this industry that would find us relevant? I'm not being smart. Like, how many is that? I mean, but
there's at least 12.
I think Chad's freezing. Well, I'll tell you this. So I started the LinkedIn page for a prior company that I used to work for. When
no one likes a bragger, Teddy.
No, well, can I finish the sentence?
Oh.
And I did notice the other day when I was looking at stuff that we have more followers on our page than that page, and it was started several years prior. So
we have more followers than Upsco.
I noticed that too.
Yeah. You know what that means?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, we get
it means we solicit people. I want to send a poll out to see how many of the 958 subscribers have actually even watched our show. Yeah. Anyways, enough of the show.
That's a great poll.
Train moving. I know.
Where's the train? Where's the train moving to?
Well, we got a couple of segments to hit, right?
Yeah, it's that time.
Now, I asked you guys this question last week, so you better get it right. Where's the sign? You guys really got to get it together. I can't find it. Hold on. Take a break. All right.
What is it, Joe?
I can't find it. Oh, here it is.
We got to get.
Did we just jump to shark?
No.
So we were talking about last week. I was talking about like different forms of generating electricity, right? So we were talking about hydro, and we talked about solar and wind and natural gas and coal and oil and all that. So I wanted to just do a little play on that. So there's this I'll ask you the question first. So the question is, how many natural gas powered electricity plants are located in the United States? So I'll give you multiple choice. 1,453, 1,144, 2,112, or 1,793.
I went with the 1,400. I think I voted this morning. The 1,400 number, but I know we talked about it. You don't
know what you voted for, and you can't even remember if you voted. So thank you for maybe participating.
See,
I'm gonna go back here and think about it.
All right, I'll give you 2 more. 1,453, 1,144, 2,112, or 1,793.
2,112.
Chad, you said
the first one, 14, whatever.
The answer is 1,793. So you guys are both.
Which answer was that on your poll, Joe? Was that number 3 on the actual poll? Number 1, I lost. Sorry.
Actually, I can tell you what you voted for.
I voted for the third one.
I
think 1,400.
Right now, it's the lowest voted one that people have voted for. Yeah,
everybody's at trade shows.
Yeah,
but you know who got it right?
Ted.
Doug Stafford.
Of course he did. Genius.
Love
So
Doug.
there's three ways that, just really quick. Hold on, I gotta take some out. So there's three ways that that you can make electricity through natural gas. Do you guys know what they are?
Burning.
Well, there's steam generation. There's generation from combustion, and then there's combined cycle units, which is kind of a combo of both. So really quick, a steam generated method is the most common method of electricity generation from natural gas is via a steam generation unit. This utilizes a boiler or system of boilers which produce steam. Steam is produced by burning natural gas in boilers, which heats the water and thus produces steam, and then the steam turns a turbine. This method is also very common with other sources of electricity generation, such as coal. The steam generation units are more commonly seen in large-scale facilities rather than residential or commercial units. Okay,
Right.
you guys got that?
Yeah.
Second one is generation from combustion. So you burn it, basically, right? In combustion engine units, a natural gas is burned and hot gas is produced or used to turn a turbine and produce electricity. These are generally slightly less efficient than steam-powered units in large-scale facilities. One of the largest benefits in this is the speed at which these can be turned on to start generating power. It is much faster than most other units. The increased speed can be useful in reaching higher demands during peak hours or other instances. These combustion units can also be scaled down to supply energy to residential or commercial buildings, i.e., I think like a gas generator.
I have a stupid question real quick. You said that's less efficient than or more efficient.
It's less efficient.
That's amazing. I would think it would be the opposite for some reason. Just because when you're
It's-
creating steam,
it
you'd
says-
think you'd have to, you know what I mean? You'd have to.
I
heat it up
don't know
till it gets
exactly.
hot.
It just says
Maybe
it's
they're able to gather
slightly.
more from steam than from the burning.
And then the last one, which I found the most interesting, is a combined cycle unit. So the most complicated to install, but the most efficient generation method is a combined cycle unit. These units utilize both steam and combustion for increased efficiency and power generation. First, the gas is burned in a combustion engine, which turns a turbine. And then the hot gas is moved into a boiler, which boils water.
Oh,
through
that's
steam,
cool.
which turns another turbine. This
That's
method is
cool.
cheaper over time, but the initial cost to install can be much more expensive. It is also a more complicated unit to operate and maintain. This type of generation is typically only seen in very large scale power plants or industrial facilities. So basically, you get
That's
the best
awesome.
of both worlds with the combined cycle. So, anyways,
kinda cool.
little fun gas fact for you guys. Learned something this week.
That was really
Gas
cool.
fact.
I was taking notes.
You should have just wrote
I
gas
ate a-
fact, so we had a
I
good
just ate a
background.
hair. That's gross.
Ew. Okay.
Where'd the hair come out of the bottle of water?
No, it was in my face.
So
Beard hair.
since we're not bringing a guest on this week, do we just transition?
How do you know? You guys want to interview me?
How'd you get in
No.
the industry, Joe?
Monster.com. True story. It's the only question.
We should actually interview each other sometime.
Well,
Go ahead. Ask me anything you want.
let's keep
You
doing
can
it.
ask me 5 questions right now. Any questions, 5 questions you want.
All right, tell that story of what you were doing in advance of it and before you found monster.com. Like where were you?
What did you do
doing?
before that?
I worked for a company that was a plastics recycling and brokerage house.
How do you
So what
keep
we did is
moving, Chad?
doesn't matter. No one's paying
Now,
attention.
now he just left.
Yeah. So I
Story time.
brokered I brokered plastic resin. You got a blanket, and I also worked for a company that had a recycling facility in Nashville, Tennessee. I did it for 12 years. I started off down in New York City, and I ended up moving up here and starting my own office. And the company started to dissolve because there were some problems with the ownership. So I jumped ship, and ended up at Upsco as a customer service
Specialist.
person for. I think I was just called account rep back then. but-
How long did you do that for, Justin?
Yeah.
How many years did you do it for? Sorry.
What?
The customer service role.
About 3.5.
And then did you just go to the national, account? No, what'd you do? What was your
No,
next?
give us the rundown.
What's your cycle at
So
up?
at Upsco, I became then I became the inside sales coordinator. And then after that, I took the Mid-Atlantic sales manager job, which is Adams. now.
Inside sales, you were like the inside sales manager essentially at that point. You said coordinator, but that doesn't really mean.
But that was the title. That was what it was called. And then I took the Mid-Atlantic job from when we had some transition there. And then I went to New York State. I had the New York State, and then I was proprietary products manager. And then we got Jeremy, who took over NGP and then over New York State. And then I took over, and then they created the business development role for me. And well, not for me, but gave it to me. And I've had that since, I don't know how long it's been, too long.
Long.
So is that one question? That's a lot.
I don't know.
What else you got?
That was a lot.
Nothing else? All right, cool.
I actually just wrote it all down.
Why?
Because now
I can tell you again.
see that Joe's been through 6 different positions at Upsco multiple times.
It's why I
But
All you got to do is
done
watch the video.
But you've also
I think
done the other things where like you've gone and been like, we were joking about this with Dan and with talent last night and everybody talking about, like my onboarding at Upsco consisted of like, hey, I finished training with Susan by filling out paperwork. And then I walked upstairs and they're like, hey,
Meet Joe.
Bye.
Yeah, I did that. I mean, I trained I've had a hand in training a lot of the employees that are past and present, that was kind of like the thing that I don't know. I don't know if you had to get through me to see if you would make it, but so I had to, I did. Huh?
We know some who didn't. I don't know what you're talking.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people, I mean, that aren't here any longer, but I know. I mean, it was always fun. It was always cool to meet new people. I mean, that's how I met Chad, right? The first time he came to the office, they were like, "Here, talk to Joe."
I was there for 10 minutes, and they gave me a crappy cell phone and a bad computer. They were like, "Here's Joe."
Yeah, right. Good luck with him. No, so I mean, that's been fun. Yeah, I've had an opportunity. I think the coolest thing about Upsco and having different roles is that I've had the opportunity to be in so many different. Like when I was inside, I got to deal with manufacturing a lot. And then obviously going outside, and being just a rep for a while, like you guys, I had the opportunity to learn like all the tools and equipment, all the distribution products. So even though that I don't do those things technically anymore, because I'm focused on the manufacturing goods, it's still, it's still my wheelhouse.
You still sell it. Yeah. You still promote it and sell it all the time.
I don't sell anything, man. I just try to fix problems.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. You still sale. What's your favorite memory here?
Not even in my title.
Ooh,
my favorite memory.
Yeah, there's probably there's a ton, dude. Like,
I mean, there's a lot.
It'd be tough to pick a favorite.
Upsco's changed over the years, and this is going to sound kind of weird and sentimental, but my favorite memory is probably the day that I met you, Chad. Like, you're my best friend.
Gosh,
well, I mean, like, how can you? I know that sounds really dumb, but like, I mean, how can you not like to meet your best friend like at work and so that's probably my favorite memory. I mean, there's so many like fun times and things that we've done and silly things that we could probably get wrapped up in stories for hours, fun hours.
Like that wasted bus driver on the way back from Auburn that drove us when we dropped off Jeremy and Sharpie at his house. Yeah, and Bill Murray threw up in the front. And Bill Murray threw up.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. There's so many of those. There's so many of those stories, but yeah, I mean, that's probably it. But
thanks, buddy.
No.
Yeah, it's a tough one though. We do a lot. I mean, our jobs afford us the opportunity to do a lot of cool stuff, like things that a lot of people, and I take it for granted most of the time.
Dude, I was on Bourbon Street last night.
Like you just kind of take it for granted because you're like, okay, I got to go there, and you kind of go through the motions and you do what you do. But man, I've been some of the coolest places in my life because of work.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good point. I mean, the travel definitely gets daunting and gets tiring, but I mean, like the things that you get to go in, the places you get to see that somebody else is kind of like sponsoring, like for work. I mean, I've been to states and resorts and places that I would never have ever had an opportunity to go to, and somebody asked me the other day and they said, hey, I not ask me, but they said, hey, I could never do your job. Like, I don't know how you get on a plane and like fly somewhere for 3 or 4 days and then get on another plane, fly back home. And I was like, I don't know how you sit at a desk for 8-9 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like, I
at the same place.
I would much rather get I mean, I left yesterday at noon, 12:30 from upstate New York. I was here at 6, right? So I mean, I spent less time than you did in the office, and I ended up in New Orleans. So like, I can't really complain, and it's good. I think that the one of the coolest things about what we do in the travel is just not necessarily like the people that we meet in the industry, but just the people that we meet in general. I met a guy last night that was from Texas that was here for work, and he was just a cool guy. He lived in Manhattan.
You are so much different than me. Like if I go, I'm not talking to anybody. Like
that's not true. You say that, that's not true. No, it's
not by myself.
It's actually wait a minute. It's actually a direct correlation between how much Fireball you drink versus how much you talk to people.
Fair. Also
So,
fair.
I mean, let's be honest.
And
like,
then there's
if
that
it's
line where I
8:30
have too much Fireball.
Yeah.
Then you don't talk to anybody again. Then you go back. It's like a parabola. You
Well,
go,
so-
and you go up, and then you come back right down.
You guys have both been in the industry a lot longer than I, but so I'll tell you one thing. So my prior career as an electrician, right? One of the things that made that job really cool for me.
Drinking all day?
What?
Drink.
Electrocuting
Said-
myself.
No,
Drinking all day?
we didn't do that there either.
Damn.
But what it was like, so you would never be at a place for too long. So like whether it was a new construction building or you were renovating a place, but it was sad in another regard because in that industry, you work yourself out of a job every single time. Like, hey, I'm going to be at this place.
Though.
It's cool, but I'm going to be at this place for 6 months. I know I'm going here Monday to Friday, 7 to 3:30 for the next 6 months, but then I might not have a job again for a while. Where our industry is like kind of cool in the regard of like, hey, I get to go somewhere different and all this kind of stuff. So I don't have that drain that us sales guys, aren't built to do of going to the same place over and over again. But I'm not like working myself out of a job every time. So
the thing that's interesting though is like I've talked to Chad and I've talked about this a lot. The one thing that is different, I think, from a lot of people's jobs is, and I think this is sales in general, or maybe account managing in general, is that like when you are on vacation or you take time off, you're still not. Like, right. Yeah. Like I can't imagine what it would be like to be, and I'm just going to use this because you brought it up, Ted, like an electrician, right?
Yeah.
And be like, oh, I'm done. I'm going to take a month off or whatever, or a week off, and just
or even the night off, or even you leave at 5 o'clock and you're like, yep, I'll just
that's what I mean.
Put some more wire nuts together tomorrow. Like,
yeah,
that's weird,
right? Like to be able to leave your job completely at the door.
Never had it.
I mean, we've all had those jobs like back when we were kids.
I didn't.
Like, you must have had like a.
I mean, I worked at like TGI Fridays.
There you go.
Well,
when you walked away from TGI Fridays, you didn't think about, you're not getting a call from the guy. Be like, hey, come back. You got to make a salad.
Well, like, I'd be a little upset because I always got something on my shirt.
You do that anyways.
Yeah,
I know.
To this day. Well, what's funny is last week, so we had Jason Rogers, the customer support representative for Upstate.
He was on the show last week.
He was on the show last week. So Jason also went on vacation last week. All right.
Mm-hmm.
For the first
time. And you called him.
And I had to call him for something to
he told me today.
Yeah. So I call him and he's at a Boston Red Sox game and I send him a text and I'm like, hey, you need to call me when you can get somewhere where you can hear me. It's about a customer and we got to.
You're mean.
I got to talk to you soon. Well, Scott and I were working through it, but Jason had he had all the information. All right.
Put a bow on this one, buddy.
And a 5-minute phone call from him was able to fix everything where Scott and I would have spent 4 hours and been wrong. Okay.
Yeah, but he answered.
But so Jason answers, he calls me and we talk about it. We get a solution or whatever. But I led with, hey, now that you're in sales, you honestly didn't think you were going to get a day off, did you?
He told me that today.
This is why I want to get into this, man. He goes, it's cool.
He told me that this morning. He goes, Daddy called me and told me I wasn't allowed to take a break anymore.
You're not.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
Well, no, I mean, it's true, dude. I haven't been to Europe now in a long time or anywhere like a cruise even is tough sometimes. But like I have anxiety. I go on a cruise. I don't have any cell or internet and I'll go check my emails 3 times a day. Lindsay be like, what are you doing? I'm like, because I can't live. I can't live with all that.
Every year the
Watch this.
I talk about.
Watch.
I have to go to
Watch. I'm sitting down on my chair right now.
We're watching. What am I watching? What's happening?
It's broken. My desk chair is like this high, and you sit in it, it sinks a foot.
Where are you staying?
Total.
What one? What brand?
Double tree.
Knew it.
It's like this.
Yeah, but it doesn't even do that. It just goes. Yes, like that. But there's no control. There's like if you've never been to New Orleans, I know Chad has, but for those of you that have never been to New Orleans, it's pretty cool. But there is a hotel every 8 feet. Like,
please go to Cafe.
I mean, I look out my window. I went by it. I didn't go to it this morning, but I went by it.
I know.
Okay, I've been there for one day, man.
It's not in your meal strike zone, but they are amazing.
Well, I went to this place called the Ruby Slipper. It was like right next door, but it was a pretty decent place. I mean, it had all kinds of weird stuff. I mean, the food down here is kind of weird, but
there's also
I walked by a Popeye, so
There's an Italian hoagie that's I forget what it's called though. It's
Yeah,
right
that's
there
what
by
you do.
thing too.
You come to New Orleans to eat an Italian hoagie.
It's not, but it's not an Italian hoagie. It's like it's kind of like that, but it's more.
I'm gonna get some New York style pizza while I'm down here. I'm sure it's delicious.
I can't remember what it's called.
That's great.
Maybe a Philly cheesesteak. The New Orleans Philly, delicious. Crayfish, crawfish, whatever you call them.
Crawfish boil. Oh, that's great.
They had a shrimp. They had a shrimp and goat cheese omelet. I was like, I don't know. I think you should be putting fish and eggs together.
As we ate on the edge of the river, and one of the things on the menu that looked delicious was like this, like
that ain't a river.
It's like the lobster.
Yeah, you can't eat that there.
No, that's it. Jen was like, "Oh, I might get the." Jen was like, "I might get," and we were like, "No,
you might also get food poisoning." Yeah,
well, like you're getting catfish out of that river right there. They're just
there's a disclaimer. Yeah.
They're calling it
catfish. The catfish should be top notch. Like get the catfish. I mean.
But the lobster bisque, I'll pass.
Yeah, no,
it's the same color as the river.
All right. Anyways, moving on. We're done talking about me.
That was great. So
that's fantastic.
Now did we go into our storyteller segment, or was that just all of it right there?
Oh, we didn't have an article.
No, it's okay though. This is a quick one.
No, it's not.
It is, Joe.
Fine.
It's okay.
It is okay.
We'll get back on it. People will be happy to watch a half-hour video from us and not an hour-and-a-half video.
Yeah, that's a good
I thought I saw something cool.
He thought he saw something.
You guys have any good quotes for today? Maybe we'll throw a quote in there.
Good, better,
miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Until your good is better than best.
Say that one more time, Ted.
Good, better, best. You never let it rest until your good is better than best.
Say it one more time. Slow it down now.
Good,
give me a headache.
Better, best. You'll never let it rest until your good is better than best.
A little bit slower.
Remember that. Now spell it. Now spell it. Just spell it out. I got one. You're never too important to be nice to people.
100%.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Unless you're really important. I'm just kidding.
We'll never have that issue.
No.
That's what I told Landis today. He texted me and he said, "Are you in Morgantown?" And I was like, "No, I'm in New Orleans." I said, "I'm important now." That's like whatever.
That's Chris Landis from EN Engineering. In case anybody doesn't know.
Yeah,
might as well give out free shout outs.
Free tire pumps. So, anyways, storytellers. Let's see. What do we got?
Chad went last week, right?
I went last week. Yeah.
And I went the week before, so I think it's your turn, Joe.
Yeah, I'm not prepared. I'm just trying to think of something really fast, something stupid that we've done.
What was that story you talked about last night, Chad, that you were like, oh, that would be a good storyteller story?
It probably wasn't actually a good storyteller story. Joe, you should tell like your stories, one of your stories from New York City when you were a kid. Some of them those are funny, like just the dumb things you did. Just a suggestion.
Or who used to be your roommate.
I don't have.
Oh yeah, who you could tell the what's her face that you met as a roommate.
Food.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't want to tell that one right now. Okay, I was trying to think of a work. I was trying to think of one that encompassed all of us. Like the week.
Stop!
Like,
no, you don't need to. That's too hard.
I got a funny one. From well, I got a bunch of them. I'm trying to think. Hold on. Give me a second. Guys, do something else for a second.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Look yourself. I'll give you a topic. I'm a little bit clumped. I'm a little bit clumped.
Trying to figure out if I brought my backpack.
You didn't. You left
it. You're like Teddy Dangerfield.
You left it in the back of my truck, Chad. And when I went back and got
I got one. I got an appropriate one. So the last time that I was in Morgantown,
we were there.
We rented.
That was the story we were talking about. Chad was Adam and I.
We rented. No, so listen, shush it. So we stayed at the same place you're at now, the Candlewood, and we rented out or whatever the Green Turtle, right?
Same thing we're doing tonight.
Exactly.
Same thing you guys are doing tonight. So Sean from Layman's was there, and we'd had a whole bunch of people in the room, and he was like, he had just gotten this new phone case, and he was super braggy about
great story.
Yeah, he was super braggy about his new phone case, and he was just like, it's like indestructible.
It's a badass phone case by looking at it.
Yeah,
like super fun.
Wow,
like
with the ASS.
Double.
Hey,
Double down on
So-
it.
So anyway,
Ass.
so anyways, listen, he's like just like really braggy about this phone case, and we're like, oh, kind of like
You paid like
like-
$100 for it, man.
Well, we were
like
giving
$100
him
phone case.
a little bit of crap, like
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Oh
right,
yeah, that's awesome.
So he's
Yeah,
like, no,
great
check
job.
it out. He's like, you can do anything with it. And I was like, or somebody, I don't know if somebody said it was me or you or somebody.
It was
Somebody
you.
was like, well, just,
Oh, you're like, oh yeah, sure. Why don't you drop it on
I
the
was
ground
like,
then?
yeah, I said, yeah, why don't you drop it on the floor then? And he goes like this, literally like from this height.
From
He drops it and it hits flat on the floor, and you could hear the sound of the screen going.
Schmup.
And he picks it up, and we can't see it. He picks it up and he looks at it, and he's like, just starts dying laughing.
Devastated. He is devastated
turns
though at the same
He turns
time.
his phone around, and the glass is shattered in the phone.
We were like, is that
So I
the
just-
protective one? No.
Yeah, I just
That
thought
was the
that was
phone.
appropriate because that's what you guys are doing tonight, and that's where you are. So it was a Morgantown memory.
Dude,
But Sean
that
from
was
Lehman's,
so
Sean
funny.
Bauer. Yeah, it was one of my favorites.
They're not here.
That was,
I didn't
First
see
time
them.
guest, long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. First
Ted,
time
can you
guest,
like just
long-time
pretend to
listener.
pay attention?
I'm drawing you, Joe. While I listen to your story.
Can we see it at
When
least?
you're on camera, you should be looking at the camera. Let me just give you an example. When you're talking next time, I'm going to stare down like this the whole time. How engaged
If
does
you
that
were-
look?
If you were drawing, you should do it like this. This is
No,
what he
no, Chad, I can hear you. It's good. I can.
said. Can we see the picture?
You guys want to see New Orleans? I don't know what happened to my.
Is that your armpit? What was that?
What? Oh wow, that was my finger. I just happened to put it right over where the camera was when I picked up my iPad. Still doing it. There's New Orleans.
Hi, New Orleans.
This is like a travel vlog now.
Yeah.
You want to see
Ooh,
the
that's not a
parking
bad
lot?
idea.
You want to see
No,
the
I've
parking
been
lot
there.
of West Virginia?
No one wants to see the parking lot at the Green Turtle.
thinking,
to the
I'm
Harley.
thinking they might. I'm thinking they might.
He's going to show it. He's going to do it.
Is Harley still there?
Yep, you're gonna see in a second after I learn how to flip
I
my
can't
camera.
There it is in all its glory. Looks like a nice day there, though.
It
Yeah,
is
it's beautiful,
gorgeous.
actually.
All right,
It's
let's
turn
turn
back.
gorgeous.
I got things to do.
Like what?
I take a shower.
It's
I got a
2:30.
reception to go to. No,
Oh,
it's 1:30.
1:30.
Showering today.
What are you
might be a
guys
good
doing
idea.
tonight? Are you renting the Green Turtle tonight? Is that
Yeah, tonight.
how many people you have coming?
414.
Talent,
Wow,
talent
good
was like,
going.
talent was like, how many people did you invite? Everybody I talked to since they're coming. I go, that's kind of the point.
Your
Mike."
bill's going to be about $9 million.
The best was Frank goes, hey, if I see anybody that I think I should invite, should I invite him? I go, sure, if you're paying.
Hey,
You know what? You guys are going to get a plaque by the bathroom that says like most money spent at the Green Turtle. Upsco.
It wasn't open, dude. It wasn't open yesterday. It's closed on Monday since COVID, so we couldn't even go there yesterday.
You know what bummed me out? Like I was here, I wanted to go to the aquarium because it's like across the street. I was like, "Wow, cool! I'll walk over to the aquarium. I had a couple hours to kill." It's closed Tuesday and Wednesday. The 2 days I'm here. Go figure.
It's the New Orleans Aquarium.
Yeah, it's probably got like catfish and bass in it. Maybe an old turtle. I don't know.
I gotta go. Turtle.
So for anybody that's well, it doesn't matter. I'm doing a thing tomorrow with Stuart down here for APGA. You guys got your little shindig up there going on.
we're busy.
I wish
Just
I was
basically
there.
what we're
I
saying.
miss you guys. I'm kind of bummed that I'm not there this year because it's always a good fun experience, and the fact that there's a lot of people that I contemporaries, friends of ours that are there. It's kind of
Well,
bittersweet.
say hi.
that I'm not,
Say hi
but-
to our friends in New Orleans too, that we know down there. So we'll do the same. Who? Stuart.
Oh, got it. I'll get at that.
Actually, and Stuart,
Oh, Sheila. You know Sheila?
because Rob's not going. I know the song, Sheila, whatever it is. I think it was bad. I think I caught a bad note.
It actually
think I might
sounded
have-
pretty good, to be honest with you.
I thought
It's
I
a lot
caught
better
bad
than your
note,
gas
though.
fact tune, your gas fact jingle.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect timing that happened to him, Joe.
What is going on? You guys are frozen on my end.
I'm not frozen, am I, Joe?
No, if Chad?
It's just Chad, right?
Yeah, and it sounded like a guitar string.
Look at his face.
End of the
Oh my
show.
gosh, I got a screenshot.
Yeah, you're frozen.
We're not. You are.
Oh my gosh. What happened? I
All right,
froze?
we gotta go. I don't know. I'm done with the show. This is our last episode. This is the final episode.
I
Over
froze.
with. No, you didn't. Well, you did for a
Final.
second.
There's Chad.
He's back.
Hold on. I have to show you this, Chad.
It
while
must
we
be
do-
the awesome reception at the Candlewood. All right, we gotta go. This is just a run-on show of nothing.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
What are you doing?
I'm not
How
doing
long is this
anything.
gonna take?
I'm not doing
I
anything.
feel like this is. I thought you were gonna share something.
Not with your connection.
I thought you were gonna
I gotta go.
We love you guys. Thank you so much.